Yo, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to really quick share insight that I got the other day when I was looking into mathematics. I've just been really contemplating why is mathematics important, and I've always been somebody that's been interested in math. I've always been good ever since I remember the second grade. I got put into a special math program, and they just really wanted to enhance my skills. Now, I went to college, took some engineering. I started with engineering, and then I took some calculus courses, and I enjoyed it. I loved it actually, and so I never really struggled with math. But I think that this video is for everybody who, whether you have struggled or you have not struggled, and especially for the ones who have struggled, because you might be wondering why would you want to go through this struggle while going to school. And so I also teach kids as a part of my job, help kids with learning disabilities, and yeah. So the thing that I want to really highlight is that math is an essential thing, and I didn't know this was this, and I didn't know why, but now I'm coming to the forefront of it, where I'm realizing that math is the universal translator of all things. So if I wanted to get an idea of mine, I would and make it reality, I would have to use math. For example, engineers have to use math to create anything, whether they be buildings, bridges. Architects need to know math, and if we look into if we look into physics, understanding how physics works, understanding how AI works, understanding how computers work, all of that is built on the foundation of mathematics. And so having an understanding and an ability to think in terms of math can allow you to create things in the real world. And so everything is math. Also, if we look at things like music, we look at harmonics. And I'm not an expert, but this is something that I have heard and seen between the connections of math and music and sound. So there's a connection there, and I think that one should begin to teach himself math, and this is where I'm going to the video. I think that people should self-teach math. I think people should attempt to teach themselves math, because the more they do so, the more able they are to get a relationship with the content outside of the implications of getting a good grade. Now, obviously, there's a lot of we could say a lot of people can have a lot of negative associations with math because of school. But this is why me going back to the drawing board and taking a math class without the extrinsic motivation of having to do it for school, it's taught me that I actually enjoy math and I want to learn more. And I was also curious as to why people suggest that you self teach math. Like, why would what's the point of that? Like, I'm not ever gonna use it. I'm not gonna apply it in what I'm doing. For sure, for me, I'm gonna use it because I'm gonna be teaching kids. I'm gonna be teaching students. I want to tutor people at the college level, or who knows, maybe I'll become a professor, which I don't think I will, but that's always there. And but also for people who aren't math, aren't working with math on a day to day, I think it's important for if you are curious about this world, and if you are the type of individual who wants to create things, math is essential. And I think learning math and teaching yourself math, when you're doing that on your own, you basically begin to develop a relationship with math that is not attached to anything else. And so you get your own ideas, you get your own ways of using it, ways of implementing it, and I think that becomes a lot more fun. So I'm excited because it's like I've been awakened again to mathematics, and thanks to computer science, that's where computer science is really necessary. It really requires mathematics. So I really want to get deep into the understanding of math, and I'm excited to see how that goes and where that takes me, because the question is, what does it mean to be a math major? What does it mean to be a math expert? Like what do people do at the high level? That's what I'm curious about, because I just didn't see myself solving theories. I just thought that was so difficult. But who knows? Who knows what can happen, right? I'm really curious, and I'm operating outside of college, outside of colleges. I'm self-teaching, so I really wonder where this is going to take me, and it's just something that I want to share. So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.